Hello again for the continuing discussion regarding the enslavement of mankind by our number one enemy, the evil one himself, and how proud he is of his master achievement over enslaving humanity and them having no idea what he has done, and how the system that was created by the evil one himself does not allow us to go up against it, because he created it, and he created it with such rules and regulations to where we could never question it. But the thing that we need to realize is whether we are the 99% or the 1%. The 99% work within the system, serving the system. The system is our God more than our God is our God, because the system dictates everything we do. Even our worship of God has to be done in accordance to the regulations that were set down by the system that is controlled by Satan. And he's kind of the opinion that we should not worship God. And if we insist on worshiping God, then we, at the very least, the least thing we could do is do it within the confines of the very, very low threshold that he laid down for us. And you are not allowed to go above that threshold. I mean, I don't think any people know that there is a threshold, or that they are working within the confines of the rules that were laid down by Satan, and that everything that you do is according to the manipulated system that was designed by the evil one who hates your guts. And he cares nothing about your misery other than he desires more and more and more of it. So, very, very evil. What do we do about it? We can't go up against it, because the way he made the system, he made it to where we can't go up against it like that. But you could use it. You could work within the confines of this evil genius system that is laid down for us in order to create something better for all of us. 100% of us. Even the 1%. Unless they are so brainwashed by the evil one, and they're like, hey, the 99% are trying to... He's gonna try. I mean, they don't call him Satan for nothing. It's like evil, y'all. He's pretty bad, good at what he does. Like, he's evil good. Does that make sense? Probably not. There's nothing good about him. He hates you. He desires your torture and your suffocation and your frustration and your unawareness, misery, and everything bad. And he desires, the only good things he desires for you is nothing. What do you mean? He don't desire nothing good for you. It was a trick question. You should know better. Satan. We're talking about Satan. Anyway. So the system is laid down. Think about the 99% as if they were in the valley of Mount Everest. So this is the 1%. This is the 99%, and this is the threshold. And this is the most you could achieve, and there's no way you could go above that. And then you go up to Mount Everest, where all the rich, all the money goes from the valley to the mountain, and his ugliness, the lord of whatever he is, money and evilness and stuff like that, sitting on his ugly throne on top of the mountain, just controlling the scene and enjoying the scene, controlling everything, and then making the system more and more hellish for the people who have no choice but to follow that system. Yay, I guess that's what he said. Anyway, what do we do about that? What can we do? What can we do is use the loophole that I found in the system to make something that is outside of the system, and therefore we do not have to have the mark of the beast in order to participate in that. And then the money that we make from ourselves goes to us. Therefore we just change the formula. We change the system by working slowly within the system, but quickly. Slowly and quickly. Okay, quickly. Forget slowly. Quickly and swiftly. Is that better? Whatever. We just need to defeat the evil one, and he's pretty crafty. Like, he's gonna try to say, oh, system, I build the system, you can't go against my system because I'm better than you, I'm smarter than you, you can't do anything against me because I'm powerful and you're not, and I've been alive for like a very, very long time, and you're like nothing, you're gonna die soon, blah blah blah. And that's part of the reason why he got his powers, because he's been perfecting his system for so long that we're not even aware. You know, even if somebody knew in the past about such a system and what Satan does with it, everybody was always fighting within the confines of the system. So you really, as part of the system, it does not allow you to go up against it or to change it. You understand? Everything is part of the system. The banks, the elections, the governments, the people, everything is part of the system. And we are all, from our youngest to our oldest, from our least powerful to the most powerful, are controlled by the evil one. Okay. So, we are on a mission. For those of us, I forget the ones who wants to stay part of they like being slaves. I understand that. Do I respect that? Probably not. But are we going to do anything about that? Probably not. And the reason is, we have to do this by following the rules of the system. So I'm not advocating going outside the system to change the system, because the system is set up to where you cannot go outside it. So it's even fruitless to even consider that option. Therefore, the only way we could change the system is by working within the system, and slowly, or quickly and swiftly, one or the other, I could care less, as long as we do something, start building, laying down the first brick in the new system that will replace the evil system laid down by our enemy. Say that with me. Our enemy is the one who designed the system for us. The system that we continue to follow blindly, and we never question, because part of the rules of the system is you don't question the system. This is just the way things are, and there's nothing you can do about it. Hmm. Now, how do we change such a thing that does not allow you to change it? Hmm. By providing the people with an alternative. Again, all we have to do is, right now we buy everything that is part of the system that goes like a train. So we're just throwing money onto a system, and the money is even fake, but who cares? We're throwing fake money into the system that takes you up, 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 up. And that's where Satan controls the system. And anytime he wants to change it, he changes it. He makes new laws. None of the laws make sense. Nobody read the laws, not even the politicians, because he writes the laws since he is control of the system. And there's nothing we can do about it until now. And only by doing it the way I'm explaining it to you. Unless you could come up with a better way. Now that you're aware of the situation, I'm with you. I'm here just trying to help. I'm not trying to come up with something that will not work. I mean, the system is set up that way it will enslave you forever. So we just have to come up with a system that does not enslave us, and doing so peacefully and within the confines of the current system until we can diplomatically, intelligently replace that system with the better system. Does that make sense? It should, because it's the only way. If you don't understand it, we continue to be slaves to the system that loves to enslave us, because it is controlled by our enemy. So we have a fundraiser campaign that I should not put the link to it at the bottom. And if you don't like to be slaves to Satan and continue to do everything using the mark of the beast that he has on every human on earth, then why don't you, of those who can afford to, start building these other companies in order to rid ourselves of the control and influence of Satan? Contribute to the fundraiser campaign of the upper movement. Easy enough, right? And then any way else you could help, I would highly suggest that you do so. And coming together and understanding exactly what is going on. This is pretty much the story. There's a lot more to discuss, the plan and the stages of the plan and the transitional period and the green days and the white days and God knows what else that we could and desire to put in the new system that we will create, that is laid down for us in such a way that it will enable us all to live richly and happily and without being slaves to Satan's system. Does that work for everybody? I sure hope so. Remember, fundraiser raise money to get rid of us, of the evilness that surrounds us. If that sounds good to you, please contribute, retweet, share, subscribe, click, whatever you need to do. I'm new to this stuff. Thank you, and come again.